Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Mervin Matthew. Coming up, the government records achievements in its Housing Revolution program. Former member of the House of Assembly, Wilmurt, Shillingford, laid to rest, and Paul Barron is the new chairman of the Atkinson Village Council. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
I've been in the business for over 16 years. I get up in the mornings and I look forward to having the next cruise ship above on island. When the visitor steps off the ship, the first impression is me, and I believe that I need to put my best foot forward and to ensure that everything I do it to the best of my ability. Based on my recommendation, visitors go to various sites, restaurants, bars and vendors. I take that responsibility very seriously. I would like that the guest receives the same service that I have provided to that individual or guest. This business is bigger than me. Everybody plays a role. The cleaner who cleans my bus, my mechanic who does my checks, those persons ensure that I provide a quality service to the guest. The tourism dollar doesn't just stop with me. It allows me to pay the bank, visit the supermarket to feed myself and family, and have a drink with friends. My name is Jenna Gist, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. The Honourable Minister for Housing, Lands and Water Resource Management, Reginald Ostry, says despite the global challenges which continues to affect small island states like Dominica, the ruling DLP government continues to fulfill its promises to the nation. The Honourable Minister, speaking at a ceremony in La Plaine last weekend, made particular reference to the achievements of government's Housing Revolution program.
I told you that 10 years ago, when we started the revolution, we had 5,000 homes to repair. I can report to you here in La Plaine today that up to this point in time, we have done over 4,500 of these homes have been repaired under the Dominica Labour Party government. And these 7 houses will bring to about 6,000 new homes that we have built as a Labour Party government. But what is interesting about this? All this is happening at a time when money is very scarce, not only in Dominica, but on the world over.
In other news, former Member of Parliament Wilmurt Shillingford was laid to rest on Monday. His Excellency the President of Dominica, Charles Savre, and Mrs. Savre, the Honourable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit and Mrs. Skerrit, members of Parliament and scores of residents attended the official funeral for the late Shillingford, who served as a Member of Parliament for the St. Joseph constituency from May 1986 to April 1990.
I will always be grateful to him for giving me the opportunity to have worked at the juicy factory, and the care and attention which he placed on myself and on the staff at the juicy factory. You know, Mr. Shillingford, you had a wonderful husband, and I will say to the children, you had a wonderful father, and I am sure that he is in a place where there is no more pain and no more sorrow.
The timeless theme of an heaven will pass away. It's not a dream. God will make all things new that day. Gone is the curse from which I stumbled and fell. Evil is banished through eternal hell. No more night, no more pain, no more tears, never crying again.
We at GIS extend our sympathies to the family and friends of the late Wilmurt Shillingford. In more news, the Honourable Parliamentary Representative for the Soufrière constituency, Dennis Charles, and the Honourable Minister for Tourism and Urban Renewal, Senator Robert Tong, visited the construction site of the new Jungle Bay Resort last Friday. The purpose of the visit was to get a first-hand look at the progress of work and to dialogue with the employees. Senator Tong addressed the men on their role in the project.
You are now ambassadors to begin spreading the word even within the village, just to say, you know something, we need to start doing things in the right way so that when these people come to Dominica, we can maximize and Dominica can maximize from it. So we're here to support you. We'll give you as much support as possible to ensure that this project is moving as quickly as possible. As the guy said, I mean, I'm proud to see the amount of work that has been done so far.
The Honourable Soufriere MP expressed her contentment with the workers in the execution of their tasks.
This resort is important for the development of our constituency. Not because it's going to be a beautiful site for visitors, but it's going to generate income in Soufriere. So those of you who have relatives with shops, people who own restaurants, and especially the fisher folks are going to benefit from having this resort in our constituency. So I want to encourage you to continue the hard work and to own the project. So when you go on the road, speak positively about Jungle Bay, speak positively about the experience you have there, and let's encourage our people to embrace the project.
The government officials were taken on a tour of the construction site by the proprietor of Jungle Bay, Sam Raphael. In 2015, the original site of the resort in Dalis was destroyed during Tropical Storm Erica. Raphael is pleased with the new location.
It has a lot of the attributes of the East, but some of the things that we have that are special here, the hot springs, you've got the marine reserve and so on. So it's actually an ideal site for a second coming of Jungle Bay. So we actually purchased the property early last year and started doing our planning and all the other things that we had to take care of. And then late last year we were approved under the Citizenship by Investment program. This is critical because even for an established operation like Jungle Bay, it's very difficult to obtain financing to redevelop something like that. So we were able to get the long-term financing under the Citizenship by Investment program.
Construction of the new site began in January of this year. There are currently 30 men employed under the supervision of Oliver St. John.
We anticipate by sometime this summer to have maybe about close to 100 people employed at the site. At this point, 90% of the people come from right around this area. We've got stone guys, most of the stone guys come from Galion, and we've got steel guys from Soufriere, and it seems like there were different skill sets in the different villages. We have quite a few builders in Point Michel and certainly Scott's Head, so we are delighted. We found a good foundation here with respect to the staff, and we are busy training the new ones. And so by sometime June, July, we will have a total workforce of about 100 people working construction on the site.
Phase 1 of construction will be completed in December 2018. Several families in the Lapland constituency will soon benefit from government's nationwide washroom project. The Honourable Parliamentary Representative for the Lapland constituency, Peter Saint-Jacques, confirmed on Saturday that contracts have been signed and work has already begun on facilities in Lapland.
We last Wednesday signed 10 contracts with 10 different contractors, each of them being given 3 washrooms. And the chair of the village council, the new chair, Mr. Bato, signed the contracts. This has been issued, and over the next 6 weeks, we will expect them to do everything in their power to complete the contracts on time. And 30 families in Lapland who never knew what it was to flush a toilet will be flushing toilets at the end of 6 weeks.
Funds have also been approved for the construction of 12 washrooms in Boetica and additional 22 in Dalis.
When once we have signed those contracts, and we expect that to be done within the next week and a half, the people of Dalis and Boetica, we will have 100% homes with washrooms in Dalis and in Boetica.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I've worked in the service industry for 9 years. and I love it because of the people I get to meet every day. And that's one of the reasons I went back to college, to be better able to serve the tourists when they come to our destination and to be able to learn more about Dominica. I love learning more about Dominica because the more I learn, the more I can share. And I just want to share Dominica with everyone. I'm from Munjan, which is in the southeast of Dominica, and I have lived overseas for 24 years. Living overseas has made me appreciate Dominica and all it has to offer, like taking a walk in the forest, going to the botanical garden, or even drinking fresh Swiss water. I never thought I could miss green so much. Even as a student, I'm still directly linked to the tourism industry, from something as simple as giving directions to tourists, or even more involved like an internship at a hotel or a cleanup campaign with the HTA. As a tourism student, I have made the decision to take my place in this tourism industry. My name is Lucina Nicholas, and tourism is my business.
Welcome back. The new chairman of the Atkinson Village Council, Paul Barron, has called on residents to work with the council to foster development of the community. Barron and 7 other councillors were officially sworn in at the council's 17th inaugural meeting on Monday at the Atkinson Primary School.
People of Atkinson and Antrizzo, we cannot develop the communities without your help and involvement. This must be a joint effort. Therefore, many of you will be called upon at various times so that we can continue the dialogue as to the way forward and ways where we can use the time, talent, and treasure and resources of every villager. We will have a town hall meeting with you on a quarterly basis to exchange ideas. This is not my council or government's council. This council belongs to the people of Antrizzo and Atkinson.
Barron says some of the priorities for the new council for the 3-year term will be youth development, education, vocational training, employment, and sports. Monday's ceremony was attended by His Excellency the President of Dominica, Charles Savre, and Mrs. Savre, Ministers of Government, and residents of the community. In her address, the Honorable Minister for Social Services, Family and Gender Affairs, Lady Catherine Daniel, applauded the past council for their commitment to community development.
For those of you who sacrifice and work relentlessly to ensure that your council's plans and programs come to fruition to make your community a better place to live, to work and socialize, I humbly salute you. You have served your community and local government well, and by extension, Dominica.
The Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Kalinago Territory, Cassius Daru, encouraged residents to support the council.
We must take a collective approach to ensuring that the people are informed of what council is doing. The community must also support the council. It is the community's council, and so the community must press to ensure that the needs of the community is met.
The Honorable Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Peter Sejar, represented the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit at Monday's meeting.
I've been advised that most, if not all of you, are relatively new to local governance. It means, therefore, that you face an exceptional challenge. You will therefore have to join on the experiences of your predecessors if you are to make this council work.
The Atkinson Village Council was first inaugurated in 1961. The Northeast Agriculture Region on Thursday last week hosted a one-day education workshop on the technical package for Tanya production developed by CADI. At the workshop, Tanya farmers received new information that would aid farmers in the production of Tanya for the market. The training was twofold, an in-house session and field exercises. The day's activities were focused on the practical aspect of Tanya farming, planting, care, and treatment for diseases. The training was just one of a series of national trainings which will be held across the country.
At the end of the day, we in agriculture can say, you know what, we've trained 2,000 farmers in particular topics relevant to you and your farm.
And that's news. Before we go, here's one announcement. The Cultural Division, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, presents the National School Arts Festival at the Arrow House of Culture from March 22nd to March 28th, 2017. Come see artistic presentations by primary and secondary schools from 9:40 a.m. each day. And that's all for the English news. Shaakira Pierre is next with the Creole highlights.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel Creole, non moins c'est Shaakira Pierre. Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS, vini Dominique à une mission pour des jours. Mission ça là, c'est une collaboration et puis ministère et puis pour joindre et puis monde qui en affaires trade et puis monde qui a van en Dominique. Aussi une manière pour faire circulation produit en payant OECS là plus facile. Marvin Walter, c'est directeur trade.
Nous assis sur un agreement, revised treaty of Basté, avec une obligation à bas agreement ça là. Yon ces obligations c'est pour mettre en place un régime pour produire pour bagaille ça circulate avec au pani pour payer pour customs duty pour ça. Mais vous savez une constraints, the fiscal implications, for example. So, circulation, free circulation, gouvernement là, any taxes, you pay ça, collect accord. So, OECS ni pour venir payer là, pour parler avec moun ko Ministry of Finance, moun ko Inland Revenue, avec customs, par exemple, parce que customs ni pour faire manœuvre, pour faciliter ces produits-là pour rentrer en pays là.
Yon l'autre aspect mission là, c'est pour éduquer Dominicains contre circulation ces produits là et puis bénéfice qui ni pour yo.
Mission là, c'est pour dire moun Dominique contre free circulation of goods, avec qui bénéfice ini pour yo, pour parler pour moun qui wede OECS pour mettre régime ça là, pour establish régime ça là la Dominique.
Officier programme en commission OECS, Cosbert Woods, qui conduit mission là. À d'autres nouvelles, mars 21, c'est journée internationale forêt. United Nations a célébré journée internationale forêt tous les années à ce jour là. Thème là pour l'année là, c'est Forest et puis Energy. Journée ça là, c'est pour mener awareness pour préserver forêt ou la terre. Officier forêt Stephen Durant parle et puis nouvel gouvernement en reconnaissance journée forêt.
Ça nous a fait en forestry et c'est division forêt, c'est nous avons participé à l'activité ça aujourd'hui et nous les mener information pour le public là pour savoir que forêt pour dire forêt c'est important pour nous. L'année ça nous avons regardé énergie forêt qui a parlé contre manière moun ka servi produit hot forêt là pour differ pour bouillir manger bois pour bouillir manger pour glou nous ka servi pour électricité.
Durant parler contre importance forêt à Dominique.
Forêt nous importe qui bien important pour ces animaux là et puis ces bois là aussi et pour glou nous ka taper hot forêt et l'hiver nous pour nous protéger l'hiver nous et activité tourisme et différents bité moun ka taper hot forêt pour activité ça yo ka fait c'est Kalinago là, c'est travail là yo ka fait puis différents matériel pour basketry là yo ka fait craft et c'est forêt nous bien important pour nous.
Et puis finalement, samedi, ministre Tourism, Senator Robert Tong, et puis membre parlement pour souffrir, Honorable Dennis Charles, a encouragé les gens qui travaillent sur placement neuf, Jungle Bay Resort et puis Spa, à souffrir pour promouvoir le projet là. Honorable Charles dit il plaisir pour voir comment autant progrès qu'a fait à ce travail là. à l'année 2015, Jungle Bay Resort et Spa Daily c'était dommagé par cyclone Erika. Manager Jungle Bay Resort et Spa Sam Raphaël dit y plaisir et puis l'occasion neuf là. Travail à l'hôtel là commencé en janvier l'année ça là et puis 30 personnes engagées en travail là. Ça c'est tout pour Nouvelle à Creole. Non, moi c'est Shaakira Pierre. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
I've been in the business for over 16 years. I get up in the mornings and I look forward to having the next cruise ship berth on island. When the visitor steps off the ship, the first impression is me. And I believe that I need to put my best foot forward and to ensure that everything I do it to the best of my ability. Based on my recommendation, visitors go to various sites, restaurants, bars, and vendors. I take that responsibility very seriously. I would like that the guest receives the same service that I have provided to that individual or guest. This business is bigger than me. Everybody plays a role. The cleaner who cleans my bus, my mechanic who does my checks, those persons ensure that I provide a quality service to the guest. The tourism dollar doesn't just stop with me. It allows me to pay the bank, visit the supermarket to feed myself and family, and have a drink with friends. My name is Jenna Gist, and tourism is my business.
Here are a few tree care tips to keep your trees at home healthy. When planting new trees, be strategic about the tree's placement and allow enough room for roots to mature. Maintain your tree's health by protecting its roots and quenching its thirst. Young trees require more watering since their roots don't stretch quite as far into groundwater systems. Also be mindful of trees near driveways or other areas that attract high heat. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GISNewsDominica, and follow our Twitter at GISDominica. Live streaming is also available on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Mervin Matthew. Thanks for watching, and join us again next time for National Focus.
DOWASCO recognizes that clean water is vital to healthy living. Therefore, it spares no effort in providing a clean, safe, and reliable system. Help keep our rivers safe and clean. Do not cut trees along the river banks, and do not pollute with garbage, human or animal feces, and chemicals. Think water, think life.